Hereditary is a disturbing portrayal of a family going through death and grief as these haunting supernatural elements slowly start to take over their lives. That is pretty much all I can say without giving away too much. Hereditary is the directorial debut of Ari Aster, and he does an excellent job of what is essentially weaving two movies together.
The trailers and marketing for Hereditary, it made it feel like it was gonna be some straight-up horror film, which definitely was not the case.
What the flippin' heck did I just watch? I mean, I know I wasn't expecting a whole lot of comedy going in, but I wasn't expecting whatever this was.
Most of this film is an intense family drama starring Toni Collette, Gabriel Byrne, and Alex Wolff, and Collette, giving an award-worthy performance as Annie Graham, puts everything into her manic character.
I did find myself laughing when Annie's son Peter was crying. He makes this crazy, ridiculous, hysterical crying noise. I mean, that probably wasn't meant to be funny, but I thought it was.
Collette's performance is the reason why. When the film does shift towards horror, you're always questioning what is and isn't reality. The suspense of what is happening to this family to go along with what is happening in this movie, it's gonna keep you on the edge of your seat. The film opens up with the funeral of Annie's mother, and you immediately start to sense that things were not alright between the two women, and that perhaps Annie's hostility is being shared with the children now. The family drama throughout the film is extremely intense, and there's a scene where they're at the dinner table that just makes your skin want to crawl worse than any of the other horror elements in this movie. Not to say that the horror wasn't suspenseful or scary, because eventually it was.
The ending has some intense horror action, but this is a 2-hour movie. 2-hour movie! You know what happens in the first 90 minutes of this? You have talking, there's other talking, and then guess what? There's more talking. If I want to see a family drama, I go visit my in-laws for the holidays.
To deal with the grief, Annie visits a medium to contact the dead, and unlocks a world of terror upon herself and her family. But this shift towards horror, it doesn't really happen till well into the second half of the film.
Once the ghosts start moving things and the dead bodies start showing up, that is when the excitement starts to happen. But the rest of the movie, it's not worth waiting for that.
Hereditary has a lot that the audiences are going to enjoy, but the elements of art house cinema they're not going to go over as well. I would not recommend this film to someone who just wants to see another Insidious, another Purge, or another Saw. Not that kind of movie. You want to see a movie that's closer in tone to Persona, The Shining, or most notably Rosemary's Baby, this might be your cup of tea. If you are a fan of Boonwell, Bergman, and Kubrick, well, you're going to love everything about this film. Aster does an amazing job of weaving together all of the elements. You have the emotional drama that builds within the family, we have the sudden tonal and genre shifts, the fever-like dream sequences, and the over-the-top supernatural elements of the ending. We cannot talk about this movie without mentioning that scene. It's not a twist, it's the inciting incident in the movie. It happens actually within the first 20 minutes of the film, but it still hits you with the same gut punch as, a normal ending twist would. Once it happens, you'll immediately understand. Oh, okay, well, this is what the movie's going to be about. And you'll be on board with it, or you'll want to leave the theater, because it's only going to get worse.
I wish I could have left when it happened, but no, I have to review the movie.
Heads will roll when you see it. You'll get it.
As a horror movie, this is a 4 out of 10, but as a, dramatic, twisted, sometimes scary art house film, it was pretty good. The more this film festers in my brain, I realize how much I actually enjoyed it. 9 out of 10. This film will please cinephiles more than it will the general audience. I just hope it does well enough for Ari Aster to continue to make films. 8 out of 10.
I give this one here my 3-word review. Too much talking. 3 words, yeah, that gets you a 3 out of 10.
I went in with the wrong expectations based on the marketing of the movie. It's not that it was bad, it's just not what I wanted. 4 out of 10.
The only comedy came when I was laughing at the actor's ridiculous crying, and that's not a good sign for any movie. 0 out of 10.
We here at Who's Review give Hereditary the overall rating of what just happened. The marketing for Hereditary does not do this film justice, as the true value is the mix between a intense family drama that gets escalated by the horror of the ending. I mean, that'll work for cinephiles, but others, they probably will feel cheated. Either way, you're gonna leave this movie thinking, what just happened? Well, there you have it. That is our review of Hereditary. What do you think? Have you seen it? Are we way off, right on? Let us know in the comment section below and we'll check it out and respond. As always, if you want to stay up to date on all things Who's Review, make sure you like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, and most importantly of all, subscribe to this YouTube channel. We thank you guys for checking us out here at Who's Review, where everyone's a critic. Annie Graham, why can't I remember your name? Annie Graham. And Collette giving an award-worthy performance as Annie Graham, and Collette giving an award-worthy performance as Annie Graham.